to Create Your Own Economy with Bunmi and Jibade, the podcast that empowers corporate professionals ready to break free and transition into entrepreneurship with confidence and clarity, as well as business owners looking to grow and scale their businesses. If you're exhausted from building other people's dreams, leaving you little time or energy to focus on what truly matters to you, you are in the right place. Each week, we provide actionable strategies, expert interviews, and real-life success stories to help you turn your ideas into thriving business. Ready to take bold, clear steps toward life and business you deserve? Let's get started. Have you ever asked, is this all there is? Have you ever gotten to a point in your career that you feel that something is missing and you look successful on the outside, but on the inside you are asking, is this all there is? What if that disconnect, that silent frustration that you feel, is a signal in disguise? What if that discomfort is actually a message, to steer you into what you are supposed to be doing or where you are supposed to be? And you see, those silent frustrations is not a one-off. It's not just, I just felt it one time. If you feel it over and over and over again, and it's like, is this all there is? This episode is for you. So welcome to Create Your Own Economy with Bunmi and Jibade. This is where we empower professionals and entrepreneurs to create thriving businesses with clarity and purpose. And today we are talking about the quiet tension many high-achieving professionals feel because you love what you do. You are good at what you do. You are good at your job, but deep down, something is off. You know what? You are not alone. Many people have felt that way, but many of us stay longer feeling that way. But we are coming to you that, you know what? You shouldn't feel that way because there's nothing that should make you afraid. There's nothing scary when you transition into entrepreneurship, especially when you have support like myself that can help you in the journey, help you as you transition into entrepreneurship. So today we will really go deep down and look at those silent frustrations that are what we call whispers of purpose that will nudge us towards the purpose, towards what we are supposed to be doing so that we can make an impact in our world. We can make an impact in our society. And we can be an example even to our children, to the family, to people that depend on us. So in this episode, we are going to really look at all those internal cues and what they mean and how we can turn those frustrations and really turn them into directions. And instead of the frustration, then you are empowered to take action and to begin to think about what you want your life to look like when you become an entrepreneur. So here are some 5 actionable ways for you to transform silent frustrations into bold beginnings. Because I have seen that, when you are very successful in your career and you are right on top, then there is that fear that if I transition into entrepreneurship where I'm not even sure of what I'm doing, then I have to start from the bottom. It will take me a long time to get to the top. Look, I want you to breathe, because that is why I'm here, and that is why we have so many other entrepreneur supports and coaches who can really support you, that you will not feel alone, to feel that you are starting from the bottom. Okay? And let's look at those 5 actionable ways for you to transform those frustrations, those nudgings, into a bold beginning that you will be proud of. So number 1 is for you to recognize and listen to the silent frustrations, because that frustration is not going to be random. It will come, and then it will come again, and it will come again. And for those of us who just want to suppress it or push it aside, but I encourage you to ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? What I'm feeling right now? What is it trying to tell me? Is it pushing me toward a bigger vision? Because at times that vision, you might not see it at that point. But when you center yourself and ask yourself, how does this frustration, what is it telling me? And you answer the question, how does it make you feel? Validate your feeling. Because at times you are tired, not just physically, because, we are tired physically, at times mentally and emotionally. You get drained when you get back from work. When you get drained, every day you get back from work, you are drained. If something is supposed to give you joy, supposed to make you happy, but you are drained every single day. If also you feel underutilized at work, you have to beg for work, you have to lobby for work. When you start feeling that way, or you are undervalued, you feel that you are undervalued, they are not placing the value that you think you deserve. And I'm not talking about you overvaluing yourself, but at least you know that you are undervalued. Or the work you do, or the values of your organization do not align with your own value. And you have stomached it for so long, and it's like, you know what? I cannot take it any longer. At that point, that frustration is real. And there's another frustration that, you start craving ownership. You start thinking, oh, I wish I owned this organization. This is what I would have done. Because maybe your voice is not heard, and you give your own idea, but nobody wants to listen to you. That's part of being underutilized or undervalued. Okay? And also your creativity is not used on, or you value your freedom. Those are some of the things. And I want to encourage you. I want you to start writing them down. What are some of the silent frustrations that you are feeling at work right now, the silent frustrations right now that you feel on your job. I want you to take a piece of paper and I want you to write it down. Because most times we listen to podcasts like this, we get encouraged and we are so, but because we don't write this down, there is no follow up, there's no action. And I want you to take action. Then number 2, for you to understand and identify your purpose and your true priorities. The 5 ways for you to transform your silent frustrations into bold beginnings. Number 2, understand and identify your purpose and your true priorities. I mean, we can say that having a job, a job, having a career, there is security in it, right? But at times we estimate that sense of security, that it can overshadow your purpose in life until that security blanket is taken away under you. Then you are like, oh, I didn't know. So take a moment to write down what truly matters to you, and is very important, not just what feels safe. The salary, beautiful, great, is good, is safe, right? Now, I want you to take the next step. Remember, you have to be uncomfortable. If you have seen some of the past episodes that I have done, being an entrepreneur is not only being your comfort zone. You have to step out of your comfort zone. So I'm encouraging you to really start thinking about, okay, writing down what truly matters to you, but not only what feels safe. Salary is safe, but are there some things that really truly matters to you more than salary? Do you have some things that matter to you more than salary, or any other thing that you think the job gives you, especially when you look at all the frustrations that you get? Because some frustrations will come because of the misalignment of your purpose. Because if you are not aligned with your purpose or your priorities, there's going to be frustrations. You are going to be frustrated, definitely. And it's very important for you. And then there will be discontentment. Something that was good when you started the job. You loved the job. They gave you an offer. You accepted the offer. But as the years go by, you become discontented. You are frustrated. Yes, because of so many things. Take your pen. Begin to write some of those things that are causing you discomfort. You will see that there's a misalignment with your purpose. And most times we ignore those misalignment. We ignore them, and that also keeps, eventually you keep on being not happy with what you do. You are not happy, and you are frustrated with the job that you have been doing for so long, frustrated with your co-workers, frustrated with everything, just because there is misalignment of purpose with what you do on your job. And that dissatisfaction is actually misalignment, because it works for somebody else. That job aligns so well with somebody else's purpose, but it frustrates you because you are out of alignment. Then number 3, I encourage you to start reframing that discontent as a signal for something bigger or greater, not a problem. Because that misalignment or that discontentment that you are feeling, that frustration that you are feeling on your job, when you see it as a problem, you will be unhappy. It will lead to you being unhappy, and it can actually show up physically as some form of sickness in your body. Okay, so you can reframe that. Instead of pushing it away, you can say, what is this feeling trying to tell me? Because discomfort often precedes breakthrough. Because when you start feeling that discomfort, if you take time to really be in a zone and really take time for yourself and go deep within yourself, that discomfort that you are feeling precedes breakthrough. So that shift in mindset from frustration to feedback, from frustration to living your true priority is very important. Then number 4, then after you have taken time to reflect and change the way you think about how you are feeling, reframing how you are feeling is a perfect time to start putting things on paper. You don't wait until you have everything figured out. When you have reframed your thought and you have written things down, and you begin to take action. Don't wait until you have it figured out, because when you start where you are, as you move every day, things will become clearer. The road will become clearer. There was a year I was training an executive in Colorado, and I was riding with him in his car, and all these big mountains. And as we're driving, it was like, oh my goodness, we're going to enter into the mountain, or we're going to go into the valley and all that. But as we drove closer, then the road was, it's still miles away. So that is the same thing with you starting a business. Even when you think, oh my gosh, that is a wall, I don't know what to do. But when you take a step, you see the road will open for you to take the next step. And number 5, it's important for you to surround yourself with like-minded people, expansion-minded people, growth-minded people, business-minded people, people that don't wait for things to happen. They go do it. People that build on their dreams, people that encourage each other, people that engage in a community. Even look for a mentor. Hire the services of a mentor. Have conversations with people. Ask questions. You can't do it alone. You can't do it by yourself. Surround yourself with a community that will help you grow in that new mindset that you have. And I will encourage you for you to start today, not tomorrow. I want you, and I encourage you, and my wish for you is to start today. Take one bold action today. That bold action might be registering your business. Maybe you want to register your business name. Maybe you want to make your first social media post. You don't have to quit your job today. That is not what I'm saying. You don't have to quit your job today. But one action that I will suggest that you make today is that every day on your job, every action on your job, every job you do in your career from today will be with intention. And with intention, what I mean is with intention to use the skill, how you view whatever you do, how can it turn into your business when you start your business. If you are a leader, how you have conversation with people that you lead, how would that look like when you start your business? How you are in your department, where you work, how the communication, how you interact with people, how you do your job, how do you take what you do now? So I will encourage you to ask yourself, everything you are doing on your job, what you are learning on your job, how would you transfer it to the business that you are going to start, to the business that you are going to grow? And I will encourage you to watch an episode by Dr. Adekunle Tometi. Is a farm D, and he talked about that when he started as a manager with Eckhart's, became a CVS, and he had 10 years. He gave himself 10 years from the day he started for him to have his own pharmacy. From that day, when he became a manager, he started everything he did. It was, how will I use it for my business? And every department, even when he was doing customer service, how will this customer service, how will I use it for my business? When he was working at the back end, it was, how will it help my business? So I want you to start thinking the same way. How will what I do on my job, how will it serve me when I start my business? So that is intentionality right there. And then you begin to build your roadmap a step at a time. So you start with you. While I round up, are you ready to translate those frustrations into freedom? I encourage you to start with clarity. Start with clarity by downloading my 10-step guide. And also, you can have a conversation with me, 30 minutes clarity session. Let's put together your roadmap that will set you up to your next step to transform you into that bold beginning. And I will see you in my next episode. Thank you for tuning in to Create Your Own Economy with Bunmi Ajibade. I hope this episode gave you the clarity and inspiration to take the next step in your entrepreneurial journey. If you're a corporate professional feeling stuck or unfulfilled, and you are thinking about starting your own business, but find yourself asking, how, what, where, who, or when, I invite you to download my special curated guide, Transition from Corporate Professional to Entrepreneur, the 10-step guide for success. This guide is designed to make your transition smoother and less stressful. Afterward, schedule a clarity call to map out your personalized success path. We invite you to write a review, like, and share this episode with anyone who needs this information. See you in the next episode.